as when you're being interviewed for, like, promoting a book or promoting an album. But it's every day and almost every minute of the day. So
and most of the casts are the same, so you have to repeat.
Yes, you repeat yourself. Yeah, so that's what
for
it
us.
is. Yes.
Everyone is
Everybody's waiting to hear
excited.
it. And I'm trying to make it exciting instead of going, ah!
I can't stand anymore. That's right.
Oh, goodness.
Pronti? Ok, sicuri? First of all, we would like you to tell us a story. Tell us about your very first take in the cinema.
Mad Max.
No, Tommy.
Was I think the very first was Tommy. That was, I think, back in 73, 4, 5.
4, I think.
Yeah, 4. Oh, so long ago. I played the part of Acid Queen. And when I took the part, I didn't know I was playing the part of a hooker. I took the part because I got the chance to be this mad woman and doing all these things. And when they gave me the needle, I went, oh, I'm promoting drugs. And then I said, oh, well, but this is acting. Because when you're acting, you're just portraying the lives of anything or anyone. And so that was the first feeling of representing something else and taking the load even, you know.
But is it true that Ken Russell was not too sure about you at the beginning?
Well, Ken Russell didn't know me, and it was a decision whether it should be David Bowie or Tina Turner. So I understand the Stigwood company decided that it should be Tina. And when I arrived, this is when I was wearing my hair really very long, and he thought I had too much hair, and everything was against me. But when I started performing, he became so excited, and that made me feel really good, you know. And then he was so excited that all of the Stigwood people came down to find out what's happening with the Acid Queen bit. I mean, you know, he was so excited. And it was like a full week of just totally excitement. It was, my adrenaline was going for a good 2 weeks afterwards.
It's true that you try to look like Vincent Price.
Well, you know, Vincent is always sort of twitching his face about being very mad. And actually, that's what Acid Queen was. She was a mad woman, you know. She used the hooker bit to lure people into her how do you call, boudoir, so to speak. And then she turned to this mad woman and just filled them up with all these drugs. But, and there's really madness. But it was really quite exciting still.
Had you ever thought seriously about acting before Tommy?
Yes, it was first for me, but first, there are no parts for black women. Today there are, because the movies are with no color. You just need to be a good actress, you know. But in the earlier 60s and 70s, there were no parts for women, you know, for black women. And I always wanted to act. With my parents, I always would go to the cinema and come home and act the parts out for my mother, and I always wanted to act, still do.
In fact, the other question I wanted to do is, what kind of relationship did you have with cinema as a kid in North Bush, and later as a very busy show woman performing every night? Which kind of relationship did you have with cinema before?
That was not so much mine, except my ex-husband. His, I think like he was a sort of, that was his hero, and he felt, I don't know, maybe I was the little puppet that had to play that part for him, you know. And I didn't mind because I was a little bit of a fan of that, but not so much.
10 years went by before you started another movie. Was it your choice or nobody asked you?
Well, no one asked. I mean, well, I was asked, but after Tommy, it was mostly parts for hooker parts. I mean, really street, really hooker. No mad woman, no machines, nothing but just straight hook. I didn't want it. I didn't want to just be on the screen just for the sake of being up there. I wanted to do something that people would remember me for, something that I would enjoy and be proud of. And I look back at Acid Queen now and I sort of flinch when I see how horrible it was. But still, people liked it and they remembered it. So I just didn't take any parts because nothing came in that was right until Mad Max.
What you appealed the most in the character of the you play in Mad Max?
What was my appeal for that part? Is that what you're asking? I'm sorry?
What the things you like more in this character? Why you accepted to do it?
She was a warrior woman first.
I welcome you back on here, and if you're new, consider subscribing, liking, and also share this video. So now, after the passing on of the legend that is Tina Turner, who passed away just a few days ago, I've seen a couple of reports coming out I think it was the Daily Mail. They have come out to report that it's believed now the mayor has confirmed that they are going to erect a statue, a huge statue for the legendary queen of rock and roll, that is Tina Turner. So the mayor has come out, the mayor of Brownsville has come out to announce that they are going to erect a very huge statue to commemorate, to pay tribute, and also always remember the works and impact of this legendary artist, that is Tina Turner. So the statue is going to be erected, I think, in her small area, that is Molly Quake. It's going to be erected in that area, and like every tourist globally who come, even those who are in the US who come to that area, they can view and always remember the huge impact Tina Turner had, not only on the American music, but of course on the entertainment and music, most especially within Europe, Africa, and the entire world at large. So they are going to erect a statue, to always remember that legendary artist. We all know Tina Turner passed away just a few days ago, at the age of 83, according to the statement that was released by the family. They said, actually the spokesperson said, that she died as a result of natural causes. Despite the so many reports that were coming out initially that she was struggling with health related illness with regards to the kidney and stuff like that. So the spokesperson came out and clarified about the news that she actually passed away as a result of natural causes. So going still, as we are still waiting for the clear details about the memorial, homegoing, and of course funeral service that is actually yet to be announced, we are still waiting for those reports. The spokesperson has also come out to give a small hint about the funeral as we're waiting for it, and he actually said that it's going to be an entirely private funeral service. But of course, we can imagine how it may appear, like in the first clip I've given you on this video. We imagine how the funeral procession may look like. We can think about, a line of cars in a huge procession that actually gives the respect Tina Turner deserves. So the funeral service, I think it's going to be, and of course from what I've heard from the spokesperson, it's going to be entirely attended by family members and close relatives and friends. Of course, we the fans, we hope in the near future, after the funeral procession and funeral memorial service and stuff like that, after it's done, we hope that they will give us at least a celebration of life service, and of course a show to commemorate and pay tribute to this legendary artist, that is the queen of rock and roll, and she's that is Tina Turner. So the representatives have confirmed that it's going to be a private ceremony, and of course they even denied the initial reports that came out, and they said Tina Turner died as a result of natural causes. But of course, we'll be waiting and we'll be bringing you all those details regarding the funeral service, memorial service, and of course, in case they announce the celebration of life service, we'll also bringing you those updates. But of course, in this moment in time, we are sending our deepest condolences and prayers to the family of Tina Turner, because we all know they are going through a very tough time. We'll always remember this legendary artist, that is Tina Turner. Rest in power, the queen, Tina Turner. You can also watch the first videos I gave you. I've made a couple of videos actually paying tribute to the legend. I've made a video about one of her interviews. I've also made a video trying to remember her legacy, so you can look them up as I'm also going to bring you another exclusive. Don't touch your dial.